Hello, Mitchell. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. We're actually awake when we're recording this today, so we're doing like midday, so that's exciting.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah. It's not like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, so that's good. People might hear us be
Great.
more awake this time. So tell everyone about our channel, what we're about.
Well, welcome everybody who's listening. Welcome to our channel. Our channel is Getting That Medical Degree. We're gonna be focusing more on our journey to medical school. Right now, we just graduated. Um, Actually, Zach just graduated. He's a doctor of pharmacy now. Congratulations, Zach.
Thank you.
And so we're going to be touching topics about medical school and MCAT and any medical field related. Every now and then we'll be teaching you some stuff. So if you want to tag along with us, um, click us a follow or subscribe.
Yeah, I think that pretty much well sums it up. So this video, I'll be talking about my experiences in pharmacy school since I just graduated about a week ago, so I am now a doctor, technically, so it's exciting. Let's get into it.
Hello, Dr. Zach. How are you doing today, Dr. Zach?
Good. My entire family just walks up to me and call me Dr. Zach now. I'm like, okay. It gets a little annoying after a
Does it
while.
feel weird? Does
It
it
just
feel
gets
weird?
annoying after a while, you know?
Really?
I mean,
I don't,
yeah,
I don't,
they just
I
they
do
just
not
overdo
care.
it.
No, I would not get annoyed. I'll be like doctor for everything. Excuse me. No, I wouldn't.
I went
I'm pretty
back and law
calm.
myself and changed my preferred salutation to doctor now. So yeah, so
Okay. So now I can say, if you're ever on the plane and they say, "Is there a doctor on board?" Are you gonna hide your hand or are you gonna raise your hand?
I'm gonna hide. I don't want that responsibility. It's like a lawyer raising his hand. He's like, "Yep, I'm a doctor, but I don't know anything about this, but I can help you in a lawsuit from this." On to the topic on hand. There's a couple of topics I want to talk about for pharmacy school. So difficulty. I know I talked about this before. I don't think it's that bad, but on a Mitchell, I think Mitchell would probably think it's pretty bad with all the drugs to memorize. Because there is a
Yeah,
lot.
I feel like it's very difficult to be in pharmacy school. My one of my roommates is in pharmacy school, and I think he failed one semester or one grade or whatever. I don't know how to work, but because he just told me that he has to do an extra year, so I'm pretty sure it's very difficult.
Depending where you go to, your professors really make a difference. WVU professors really help you out and work with you. It's a whole lot easier to get through at WU versus UCANE, where if someone's struggling, the teachers are like, "Sucks to be you, right, bro?" So,
Oh yeah.
because UCANE charges you $75,000 a year, they don't really care if you fail out. They're getting their money. So, but for
Jesus,
me, it wasn't
yeah.
too difficult. So, the tips for new students I have is study ahead. Most teachers give you a reading material for the night, which most students don't do. But if you do the reading, you kind of get that's your first pass in material. It takes around 3 to 5 passes to actually learn the material. Taking your first pass by reading the material, makes a little bit of notes on it, some like short summaries of the material as you go through, and be more active about it, and that helps you get ready for the lecture the next day. So then you're not like, I don't know this topic. Why? What's this thing the teacher's teaching me about? So you kind of like know what he's talking about before he gets to the topic. Kind of helps a lot. And then study a little bit every night. I mean, I know Mitchell talked about on the channel where he studies a lot more than me. I think he said like 3 or 4 hours a night, sometimes 8 hours. I think he said.
Yes, and you play video games like I don't know how many hours a day.
Yeah, I study 1 hour a night, doing very, very like active learning sessions though. So like nothing else is going on. I'm very focused, and after that hour or two, I'm done.
All right, I'm a head out.
Yeah, like nothing else is going on. Like my headset's on, music's turned up, no phones, no distractions. I'm good to go. Like I do the Feynman method with every study session. I'm actually taking it seriously for a class, which I don't always take seriously. If I can't do the Feynman method for the topic, I'm not leaving my seat till I'm able to. So
Really?
yeah, most days, unless I'll do the Feynman method. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 passes on for me to do it right. So yeah, it's that's kind of my way to figure out if I know the material or not. If I'm trying for the A in the class, I'll do the Feynman method. If I don't care, I won't do the Feynman method. I'll just do Anki and call it a day. There's that. What to expect? What would you expect if I said pharmacy school? Like, what do you think we do in pharmacy school?
Um, well, I think you guys look at everything there is about medicine, side effects, how it works, when was it created, how to combine medicine, why not combine medicine, putting it together, packaging, probably logistics, economics related to it. But yeah, I feel like mostly you're focusing on everything there is to know about every medicine created or that humans need, etc.
I mean, history-wise, there's a lecture you can take for history of medicine, so no one really you don't learn that in class too much. Packaging medicines, no, you don't learn that at all. Surprisingly,
Really?
yeah, you don't learn that. Compounding, you learn that your first year. After that, you never compound ever again, which is kind of stupid because compounding is a super big part of retail, especially in independence. Um, but yeah, what's expected? You have a lot of group work. Pharmacy school is all about interprofessional education, so it's all about learning what everyone else does, learn what nurses do, learn what to go to the nurses for. Nurses understand the patient the most. So if you have a question about the patient, you go to the nurse other than the doctors. The nurses are there every minute of the day. Doctors are there, the morning and the afternoons. So kind of learn what everyone does on the team, and that's kind of what pharmacy school really emphasizes. You're all a team and you're working together for the patient. And also, your family will ask you drug questions all the time. Um, yeah, I mean it's probably the same thing for med students. You'd be like, "Oh, what's wrong with me?"
We-
So
you're pretty much a legal drug dealer.
I'm still illegal right now. I'm not licensed.
Okay.
I can't take my boards until who knows when because I can't even schedule it yet. So I'm just sitting here waiting for the bill
Do,
schedule.
do you get do you get family to ask you like, hey, what do you think about this medicine that I'm taking for my hemorrhoids or some shit like that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they'd be
Do
like,
you get some
okay.
weird questions like that?
Not really weird question. Just like, what do you think about this medicine? Is it okay to take a medicine that's 6 years expired? Depending what it's for, you'd probably be fine, but if it's for your inhaler, probably not.
One of my friends actually was asked by another friend to take a look at his hemorrhoid. I think I told this story
Yeah,
before.
you did. You told that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope I don't ever get to ask. Can you take a look at my insert nasty something?
Yeah, medical school used to do prostate exams on your fellow students. So that's fun.
That's not real.
It is real. You can look at all the Instagram people who actually post about that, and they're like, why did I have
Wait,
to do
was that a
this?
thing like back in the day? Is
Bro,
it
that's
not
the thing
not anymore?
now. That is a thing now. Depending on the
What?
medical school you go to, you might do that
What?
to your fellow classmates. Yeah.
That's you know what? I'm gonna Google it. All right, keep talking.
Well, he's Googling it to fact check me, even though I talked to people who have done it. I'll go to my favorite subjects in pharmacy school. So, favorite subjects, as you guys probably know, is ID, which is infectious disease. This is super important. What doctors aren't the best at, which is where pharmacy comes in fixed rate antibiotics form. And cardiology, because your heart's super important. And it's just really interesting to learn about the drugs, and they're very common in pharmacy practice. So, did you find anything?
No, I can't actually can't find anything.
Probably a good thing. Probably don't want to know. But my least favorite subjects are immunology and renal.
Really?
Immunology's
Immunology?
I like the topic. It's interesting. There's just so much to know. There's so much to know about it. Like so much.
Well, yeah, it's immunology.
Exactly. I mean, there's a lot to know about ID too, but ID makes more sense. I can see the person. I give them antibiotic, they get better. Okay. Immunology is like understand what your body's doing inside of you all the time. It's like, you know. It's interesting. Same with renal. Renal was pretty cool. Um, kidneys are pretty cool. My class for renal was only 2 weeks for all the renal drugs and all the renal diseases. It's a pretty small topic, but it's pretty important to know. And most drugs are metabolized renally, which is why your kidneys are pretty important. So they're considered a thing.
My friend's dog has renal failure.
Yeah, sucks.
Yeah, I literally was learning about it this whole weekend.
Sucks 'cause a lot of drugs are metabolized renally, so it's like, oh, what do you do now? Such drugs.
Yeah.
And then finally, rotations. So one of the most interesting rotation I had was a MD run rotation. So I logged in through his patient portal at home. I guess I signed in through his webcam. He saw me, and I talked to the patients after he checked them up and stuff. And I basically, after he finished his checkup for his family medicine stuff, like, hey, what questions do you have about your medicines? Do you have any problems with medicines? And I have the med list and their history all on my screen, so I can like see, okay, you're taking atorvastatin, 40 milligrams. Are you having muscle pains? Because muscle pains is a big side effect of atorvastatins or statins in general. So it's something to check up on. If you have a lot of muscle pains, it could be the muscle breaking down, which is rhabdomyolysis, and that leads to increasing the dose or medicines. So stuff like that was a really interesting
Mm.
patient because I was there with the patient making interventions with the doctor. Other than that one, I had a internal medicine rotation. I think I talked about that on the channel already, which was like rounding with the team. We were doing like cardio, renal, pretty much the main issues in the hospital, infectious disease. So we pretty much have to know a little bit about everything for that, and it was pretty cool because you get the entire team's big interventions right there on the spot as well. For the good of the patient, it was fun. Do you have any questions for this? Or good?
No, no, yeah, that was pretty detailed experience of your pharmacy school and what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions, I can do a part two for this. There's a lot in pharmacy school, so it's kind of hard to pick topics, but hey, this is just a beginner thing. So, see you next one, guys. Peace.